Secret Service agents face diverse challenges, and the hiring process ensures only those with top-tier problem-solving skills are selected. Hi there, this is Vadim from Online Training for Everyone, and in this video we'll solve 10 questions to get you prepared for the Secret Service Special Agent entrance exam. Make sure to watch this video until the end and attempt all 10 questions yourself, as this practice not just prepares you for the exam, but also boosts your problem-solving skills, sharpens your mind, and keeps you energized and ready for challenges. Let's go ahead and get started. You're presented with 4 magical squares. First square has numbers 3, 2, 5, and 7. Second square has numbers 1, 9, 4, and 3. Third square has numbers 8, 1, 3, and 5. And fourth square has numbers 2, 5, and 4. And then the fourth number is missing. You need to calculate the missing number and select your answer out of 4 possible choices. Choice A, 4. Choice B, 5. Choice C, 6. And choice D, 8. The solution is right here in front of you, one of the presented 4 choices. But if you randomly select your answer, you only have 25% of being right. Take a moment to carefully review the question, just like you would on a real test. Lock in your answer before time runs out, and I'll join you on the other side, and we'll go over the solution together. Let's go ahead and get started. Time's up. Do you have your answer ready? I hope so, because you would be amazed how simple the solution actually is. Take a close look at the first circle. Let's sum up all the numbers inside the circle. 2 plus 5 plus 7 plus 3 equals 17. In fact, the pattern here is that sum of all the numbers inside each square equals 17. Don't believe me? Let's verify with the second square. 9 plus 4 plus 3 plus 1 does equal 17. Let's move to the next square. 1 plus 3 plus 8 plus 5 does equal 17. And you know what time it is, right? It's the magic time to calculate the missing number. 5 plus 2 plus 4 equal 11. 17 minus 11 equals 6. So the correct answer here is choice C, 6. Are you excited for more? Especially now, when you know how to solve these types of problems. Try this question to see how you would do. You're presented with 4 magic squares. First square has numbers 4, 3, 2, and 7. Second square has numbers 1, 8, 4, and 3. Third square has numbers 7, 1, 3, and 5. And then the fourth square has numbers 2, 5, and 4, and then the fourth number is missing. You need to calculate the missing number and select your answer out of 4 possible choices. Choice A, 3, choice B, 5, choice C, 7, and choice D, 9. Once you've calculated your answer, share it in comments, and I'll give you my feedback. Have fun with this intriguing challenge. Here's the amazingly cool question, which is easy to understand, but very hard to address in the real life. What is your approach to rebuilding trust after a conflict or misunderstanding? Your choices for the answers are: choice A, do not bring up the issue. Choice B, take responsibility and focus on resolving the situation. Choice C, highlight the other person's role in the conflict. And choice D, wait for the other party to make the first move. Just like on the real test, your goal is to understand the question and lock in your answer before timer is up. Once you're ready, we'll reconnect on the other side and review it together. Let's go ahead and get started. Time's up. Do you have your answer ready? I hope so, because the solution here is simple, but not obvious, and even harder to actually practice in real life. The key word in this question is rebuilding trust, and guiding principle to rebuild the trust is taking responsibility, addressing the issue openly, and committing to actions that restore confidence. So how are we going to select the right answer? Here are some considerations for you. The ideal response should demonstrate accountability, proactive effort, and open communication to repair relationships effectively. Let's look at the first and correct answer. Choice A, move on without addressing the issue. It seems very easy, right? But avoidance leaves unresolved tensions and erodes trust. You have to understand why it is so hard to practice rebuilding the trust. Always remember that taking responsibility is very hard because it requires admitting mistakes, which can feel uncomfortable and exposes us to criticism. It also demands vulnerability and effort, making avoidance an easier but less effective choice. Let's look at two other incorrect choices. Highlight the other person's role in the conflict. Well, without pointing the fingers, this is what majority of people do. It actually shifts the blame and worsens the relationship. Choice D, wait for the other party to make the first move, is also incorrect. This choice actually lacks initiative and actually delays rebuilding the trust. As you might have guessed, the correct answer here is choice B. Take responsibility and focus on resolving the situation actually does rebuild the trust. Are you ready for more? Try this question to see how you would do. After realizing you made a mistake that hurt someone's trust, what is your next step? Choice A, ignore it and hope they will forget about it. Choice B, take ownership of the mistake and outline steps to improve. Choice C, defend your actions to avoid looking weak. And choice D, internally shift blame in your mind to justify why other person is incorrect. After you've selected your final answer, post it in comments and I'll share my feedback. Enjoy solving this cool problem. Tackling this tricky question may seem like trying to catch an ice cream truck. You might have to run, but the reward is so sweet. Keep chasing, and that answer will be yours. You're presented with the group of shapes. First shape is to the second shape, as third shape is to the missing shape. You got it, right? You need to determine the missing shape out of 4 possible choices. Choices A, B, C, and D. And here's our plan with this question. Take a moment to understand the question itself, just like you would in a real test. Make sure to choose one of 4 answer options before time is up. After you've selected your answer, I'll walk you through the solution step by step. Let's go ahead and get started. Time's up. Do you have your answer ready? I hope so, because the solution here is very simple and elegant. Let's first understand what are we being asked to do in this question. To do this, let's look at the first 2 shapes, shapes 1 and 2. The statement is 2 between these 2 shapes means that there is a relationship between 2 shapes. And our goal is to determine the pattern in this relationship. And the objective of this question is to find the missing shape that matches the same transformation pattern, this relationship as I mentioned, in the second pair. Knowing this, let's look at the first pair of shapes to determine this relationship. In the first circle, we see a total of 7 shapes. 5 shapes on the top and 2 shapes on the bottom. 5 circles on the top are of the lighter colors, and 2 circles on the bottom are of the darker colors. Now let's compare it to the second shape to see if we can find the differences. Here's what I see. Number of circles on the opposite sides matches, even though they change the colors. And reverse the position. Let's look at the example. Left shape has 5 light small circles on the top, and right shape has 5 dark circles on the bottom. Following the same pattern, left shape has 2 dark circles at the bottom, and right shape has 2 light circles on the top. Knowing this, we can apply this pattern to the third shape to determine the missing one. Choices C and D could be eliminated quite easily because they have 5 shapes on the top, and this doesn't match the pattern. Choice B can be eliminated as well because shapes just move places from top to bottom. You see these 5 small circles moving from the top to the bottom, but unfortunately they do not change the color, which means that the correct answer here is choice A. In this question, you are presented with 6 water drops broken into 3 pairs. First pair has numbers 1 and 8, second one has numbers 2 and 16, and the third one only has one number, 4. Your goal is to find the missing number for the third pair, and once found, select your answer out of 4 possible choices. Choice A, 24, choice B, 32, choice C, 48, and choice D, 64. Take a moment to review this question and think it through just like you would in a real test. Make sure to choose your answer before time is up. And then, when you're ready, we'll go over the solution together on the other side. Let's go ahead and get started. Time's up. Do you have your answer ready? I hope so, because believe it or not, there is a pattern here, and it's really simple. Instead of looking at water drops as pairs, let's look at them in separate rows. Let's start with the bottom row. The row has numbers 1, 2, and 4, and then the top row has numbers 8 and 16. As you might have guessed, the numbers represent the sequence, where the pattern involves doubling the previous number. Let's start with the number 1. 1 multiplied by 2 is 2. As we continue, 2 multiplied by 2 is 4. 4 multiplied by 2 is 8. 8 multiplied by 2 is 16. And you know what time it is now, don't you? It's the magic time to calculate the missing number. 16 multiplied by 2 equals 32. So the correct answer here is choice B, 32. With this question, you either know the answer or you don't. But guess what? If you don't know it, we will give you the hints to get it right and remember the solution for the rest of your life. You need to determine how many sides in a heptagon. And your choices for the answers are choice A, 6, choice B, 7, choice C, 9, and choice D, 12. You will have less than 10 seconds to lock in your answer before time runs out. Once you're done, I'll join you on the other side and we'll go over the solution together. Ready, set, go. Time's up. Do you have your answer ready? There are some cool things about this shape to help you remember it for the rest of your life. Number 1 is that if you connect every other point in this shape, you will form a 7-pointed star. And then another cool thing about this shape is that the interior angles of this shape add up to 900 degrees. I think you've guessed it by now. A heptagon has exactly 7 sides, and its name comes from Greek words hepta, which means 7, and gonia, which means angle. The most notable memories of heptagons is British 50 cents coin, which has rounded version of this shape. Even though I'm not sure how useful it is nowadays with all the inflation going. If you are from the Great Britain and watching this video, please make sure to share it in comments. Do you know any other uses of the heptagons in the real world? Please make sure to share your thoughts in comments, and I'll share with you the answer to this question. It's choice B, 7. Cracking this question is like uncovering a hidden clue in a treasure hunt. Once you find it, the whole map starts making sense. And every bit of patience that you use sharpens your detective skills, leading you closer to the ultimate prize, the correct answer. You're presented with 2 treasure boxes. Each box has 6 numbers inside. The first box has numbers 22, 14, 18, 72, 56, and 88. The second box has numbers 3 and 7 in the first row, and then comes the first missing number. In the second row, the numbers are 52, 28, and then comes the second missing number. To be successful in your treasure hunt, you need to calculate both missing numbers and select your answer out of 4 possible choices. Choice A, 11 and 12. Choice B, 21 and 23. Choice C, 12 and 13. And last but not least, choice D, 14 and 17. Are you ready to reveal your hidden clue? Don't worry if you're still searching in the dark, or if your guess seems as wild as a treasure map with no X on the spot. You might be surprised at how straightforward the answer really is once we uncover it together. In fact, the top number in each column is found by dividing the bottom number by 4. Let's look at the example in the first treasure box to confirm our hypothesis. 88 divided by 4 equals 22. 56 divided by 4 in the middle column equals 14. 72 divided by 4 equals 18. Now we can unlock our treasure box by calculating the missing numbers. Let's verify the middle row first. 7 multiplied by 4 equals 28. Let's calculate the first missing number in the upper right corner. 52 divided by 4 equals 13. And number in the bottom left corner is calculated as 3 multiplied by 4 and equals 12. So the correct answer here is choice C, 12 and 13. It's hard to deny, but to solve this question, we need to remember the words of Confucius. Our greatest glory is not in never failing, but in rising every time we fall. So let's embrace this challenge as an opportunity for growth and learning, knowing that resilience is the key to success. It is our time to demonstrate it and solve this question, learning new skills at the same time. You're presented with the equation, built with the matchsticks. The equation is not correct right now. An equation is 5 minus 3 equals 8. Your goal is to fix the equation by moving just one matchstick. Yes, just one. It seems so easy, but maybe it is or maybe it isn't. It is possible that this question may seem daunting at first, but I know you have the skills and creativity to tackle it. Trust your abilities and let's explore all possible solutions together. Let's tackle it as a team. Are you ready to show your answer? As I already mentioned, the solution here is simpler than you think. But to get to it, let's understand the rules of the matchstick problems. The first rule is that you cannot use less or greater signs. And the second rule is that you cannot use not equal sign. Wouldn't it be easy to just change the equal sign into greater sign and say 5 minus 3 greater than 8? Or to move pretty much any matchstick and make non-equal sign, and you wouldn't run out of options. You might be asking then, what moves are allowed? And there are a few. Movement of matchsticks from digit to digit, from sign to digit, and from digit to signs. Also, negative numbers are allowed. With that in mind, let's solve this equation. We need to move one matchstick from the digit 8 to the first digit. This changes the first digit to 9 and the last digit in this equation to 6. And the correct equation here is 9 minus 3 equals 6. You know, I feel just like my old math book from high school. Why did math book look sad during the test? Because it had too many problems. But hey, I have you, and together we can solve any question, even this one. You're presented with unusually looking shapes. Shapes have numbers inside. The middle number in the first shape is 17. Numbers in a circle are 4, 7, and 3. And numbers inside the large circle are 10, 2, and 5. In the second shape, the middle number is 16. The numbers in the small circle are 3, 4, and 1. And the numbers inside the large circle are 12, 4, and 3. Third circle looks a little bit more challenging, just a little, because 2 numbers are missing. But the numbers in the small circle are 5, 7, and 2. And there are 2 numbers inside the large circles, 6 and 3. And just like I said, 2 numbers are missing, and you need to calculate and select them out of 4 possible choices. Choice A, 14 and 21. Choice B, 16 and 23. Choice C, 18 and 25. And last but not least, choice D, 20 and 27. You feel like you stumbled upon a tough one? Well, you're not alone, but remember, nothing is too challenging for you. You can do anything. Your answer is just waiting to be discovered. Are you ready? Let's move forward and discover the solution together. If you look closely, you can easily recognize the pattern. In fact, outside numbers form clockwise addition expression with the result at 8 o'clock. And inside numbers form multiplication expression with the result at 2 o'clock. And middle number is the sum of results of both calculations for inside and outside numbers. Let's look at the example. If you look closely at the numbers in small circles, 3, 4, and 7, you can easily see that 3 plus 4 equals 7. Let's look at the numbers inside of the larger circle. 5 multiplied by 2 equals 10. You need to move counterclockwise here. 7 and 10 are results of the calculations. 10 plus 7 equals 17, which represents the middle number. Make sure you verify the pattern in the middle shape, but I am going to switch to the third shape, which has 2 numbers missing. 2 plus 5 equals 7. These are the calculations in small circles. 6 multiplied by 3 equals 18. These are the calculations inside the large circle, and 7 plus 18 equals 25. So the correct answer here is choice C, numbers 18 and 25. We are presented with the challenge where we need to build singular plural business word pairs. One pair is present, manager and managers. For the other words, you need to build the pairs, and the other words are company, index, crisis, and analysis. Take a moment to reflect, tap into your creativity, and let's tackle this challenge together. Your answer is just waiting to be discovered. Are you ready with your solution? I hope you are, so let's move forward and compare our versions of the answer. To better understand the plural versions of the words, let's start with the word's definition. Company is a legal entity formed by individuals or shareholders to engage in business activities. And plural version for companies is spelled as C-O-M-P-A-N-I-E-S and is pronounced as companies. Index is a statistical measure that represents the relative change in a group of values or prices. The plural version for indexes is spelled as I-N-D-I-C-E-S and is pronounced as indices. A crisis refers to a critical, unpredictable event or situation that poses a threat to organization's operations, reputation, or overall well-being. The plural version for crisis is spelled as C-R-I-S-E-S and is pronounced as crises. And then the last word, analysis, involves the examination and evaluation of information, data, or elements to gain insights, draw conclusions, and make informed decisions. The plural version for analysis is spelled as A-N-A-L-Y-S-E-S and is pronounced as analysis. The best way to solve this question is to think of it as a treasure hunt, and each number on the screen is a clue leading you to ultimate prize, your success. With that in mind, grab your map and compass because you're about to uncover the hidden gems of your knowledge. You're presented with 3 circles. Each circle has 3 numbers inside. The first circle has numbers 12, 16, and 14. The second circle has numbers 13, 15, and 14 again. And then the third circle only has 2 numbers, 17 and 21. And your goal is to calculate the missing number. Your choices for the answers are choice A, 14, choice B, 15, choice C, 17, and choice D, 19. Seems confusing, right? Well, I've taken the test too, so I know how it feels when a tough question makes you doubt yourself. Let me give you a hint to help you succeed. Take a close look at the circle 3. You have missing number in the bottom right corner. What if, and just hypothetically, what if 2 other numbers are used to calculate the missing number? And what if very simple math operation is used for the calculations? Or maybe 2 very simple math calculations are used. I think you've got it now, and the rest is for you to figure out, my friend. Or maybe a future subscriber as well. While you're thinking about it, please leave your thoughts and ideas and comments to share your perspective, as well as to help us improve the videos. This will help us to build something very valuable and enjoyable for you in the future to help you learn new skills and solve any challenges in life. Are you prepared to share your answer? Don't worry if you don't have it or didn't get it right, as you might be surprised on how simple and elegant the solution actually is. The pattern here is that the bottom right number is found by adding the bottom left number and the top number and then dividing the sum by 2. Let's look at the example. In the first circle, the numbers are 12, 16, and 14. 12 plus 16 divided by 2 equals 28 divided by 2 and equals 14. Let's continue with the second circle. 13 plus 15 equals 28 as well, and divided by 2 also equals 14. I hope you didn't select 14 as an answer, and it was so tempting. Now is the magic time to calculate the missing number. 17 plus 21 divided by 2 equals 19. So the correct answer here is choice D, 19. Are you ready for more? Here's the question for you to practice your skills. How many sides in a nonagon? And the choices for the answers are choice A, 6, choice B, 7, choice C, 9, and choice D, 12. Once you've determined your answer, post it in comments and I'll give you my feedback. Good luck with this intriguing challenge. Thanks for watching. I really appreciate you for helping us to become one of the largest YouTube channels to help people become smarter, increase your IQ, and to pass any test. If the content of this video was helpful, please make sure to click the like button to help YouTube algorithm promote this video and help other people to find it faster. Giving us a like is also a way for you to tell us that you need more content like this, and when you tell us, we will deliver it for you in the future. For links to free and premium resources, please check the description and comments of this video. You can also go directly to our website, howtoanalyzedata.net, to download the materials related to this topic. I really appreciate your endorsement, support, and patronage of this channel. And thank you for considering to become a member and considering to subscribe. Please leave feedback, suggestions, or corrections in comments. And all the best on your journey. I'll see you in my next video.